it foggy outside. All the planes have been grounded. Ain't the fire inside? Let's all go stand around it. Funny, I've been there, and you've been here. We ain't had no time to drink that beer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sandman podcast. I am your host, Brian W. Tosh, joined as always by our resident hack checker, Oliver Fullington.
Yep.
Our producer and co-host, El Hilo del Hack, Tyler Fullington. And the man whose stories got stories, the hardcore icon. He's got 99 problems, but bananas ain't one. The Sandman. Hack, how the hell's it going today?
Dude, I want to talk about this new show, the behind-the-scenes show,
okay.
which I just found out about, basically, freaking in the last 48 hours, and I don't know, I'm a little bit shocked that they're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I was able to watch all of it this week. I know Ty and Ollie, you guys watch it. You say you're shocked, Hack. Do you think it's, like, giving away too much, or what? What's the...
I mean, I know it's not... I don't know. I watched some with those guys, you know what I mean? So maybe a half hour or something. I was down there cooking or making a peanut butter sandwich or something. But I love my peanut butter sandwiches. But I don't know. They're giving away everything, like the whole kit and caboodle. Like when what's his name is telling Punk and Seth to cut out a spot because they're a minute 45 heavy.
The Abyss and Bruce Pritchard.
All the way down to shit like that, dude. That's like deep in there.
Do you feel like that's too much, or as a wrestler? Like, I mean, because now, like, everybody who grows up with the business knows the business is a work, and I feel like what a lot of fans enjoy almost even as much as the wrestling stuff is the behind-the-scenes stuff that they follow. So, like, you know, for me as a super smart mark, like, I enjoy that stuff almost as much as I enjoy the matches sometimes.
Yeah, but to me, I think if me and Ty were at that age now, like, and that show was out, you know what I mean, and he was 10 years old, even if he wasn't in the wrestling business, this might take some of that steam out of the business for a kid.
I was just thinking that about my kids.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? When they're seeing, like, oh, these guys are just doing a play. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's just one of the things, the negative things. You know what I'm saying? But I actually liked the show, like the pieces that I seen. I'm just wondering if it's too. I mean, because 10-year-old kids aren't dumb like 10-year-old kids were. Like, you know what I mean? 10-year-old kids are like little whips nowadays. So I don't know. Maybe
I also think that, like, for people who are maybe new wrestling watchers, or maybe even somebody who's never watched wrestling, if you watch that show, it definitely gives you a little more insight to how much really goes into it and to how hard it really is. Like, the job and how much you're on the road, and, like, dude, like, when we're talking about hitting your times, like, dude, you're fucking live out there. Like, movies, everything, all that shit gets another take. Like, you don't get another take out there, man. Like, that shit ain't easy.
And the ref's just telling you, yo, dudes, cut the spot out. We're a little heavy. But they know you're heavy if the ref's telling you to cut out a spot.
So
in a match like that.
I got to ask you, too. I mean, it's been 15 years or so since you worked in WWE, but was it as intricate as it...
Exactly like this.
It was exactly like that?
Exactly. Well, when that happened, all I could think of was Hack saying how he went home early every single time, and how pissed they were, probably because they were like, Hack, do not go home early.
Yeah, they finally got. They said that the ref was like they're because the ref, like, when you hear something when the ref knows who you are, you know what I mean? Like, if it's Keota out there, and he knows I'm going home early. and he'll preface it with, he's like, Hack, they're telling me in my ear. He's not saying to me, don't go home early. he's saying whoever's in his ear is saying,
Right, he's like, this. He's like, Hack, you
and
know,
he knows I don't want to hear that. So he's like, yeah, they're telling Vince is telling me. Don't go up early.
I love it. You just try to skirt off of work
and
early.
then doesn't walk back into Gorilla ever, so never has to face the music. Always walk like
Never
he said.
went back through Gorilla. I always had a way out. Oh, you 90% of the time was right to the right of the ramp.
Right, so they're like, fuck, Hack went home early again. Now we gotta
Put on some bullshit commercial for fucking fun. Because like the one producer was saying, he's like, you don't want to be early and you don't want to be late, so hit your fucking time.
Yeah.
And me and Ty literally look at each other and we're like, all we can think about is Hack going home early every time.
Well, yeah, because I could put like 2-3 minutes on, like, because the main a lot of times then was like Umaga and Cena. You know what I mean? Those guys could have to be out there for 21 minutes instead of 17 because I went home early.
Probably like, damn it, Hack.
Hack's trying to do a good deed to the boys, and by going home early, give them some more time.
Yeah, I mean it's very interesting stuff. Now,
It's so intricate. It's so intricate.
as a wrestler, do you wish it was the days of old where kayfabe was stronger, or are you like, because it is what it is?
No,
now. Like,
because I'm a person. I understand that the world moves on. You know
Changes.
what I mean?
Not everybody had a computer in their pocket.
right?
Literally.
They do.
You know, this shit's going to change. You know, and you can't be stuck in the past. You just
No,
got to be with it.
and like WWE has been very forward with the fact that it's a work. Dating back to like 1997 when they made a deal with New Jersey for tax purposes to say that this is
Well,
entertainment.
the entertainment, but that was also because of Worldwide Wrestling Federation too. They needed to change that WWF.
Well, I'm saying
But yes, I get what you're
they admitted the business was a work in 1997 for tax document purposes for a benefit for them to say, hey, this is entertainment. Like we're not trying to give you the illusion that this is a contest anymore. And wrestlers like. People have YouTube and stuff for shoot interviews. People know how it works. If you want to investigate, or if you have like a little, I get what people are, where you're coming from a little bit though, where people are like, you're kind of telling people Santa Claus isn't real, and not only that, but you're
little kids.
yeah, and like you're broadcasting it on Netflix as like if a kid just flipping the channel, like you said, a 10-year-old with the remote sees
But
the
I
show,
don't think that's going to make them not be a fan anymore.
if anything,
I mean,
it'll draw them in closer.
Right,
Maybe.
like they're seeing the behind the scenes of their favorite guys and what, like, and yes, they are smarter. Like they're eventually going to figure it out. But at the end of the day, like you're growing the younger fan to already expect like that it's a work, and it doesn't. They're packed every night. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day,
Yeah, and it's like if you do wrestling right, it doesn't matter. It still pull people in.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to get that reaction.
Have they showed them guys going over matches and stuff?
A little, yeah. There was a lot with
vaguely.
Punk before the Chamber was talking about some of the spots and stuff with like, especially with Rollins nailing with the curb stomp and stuff, and that part to me was what I was most drawn into. Whereas like hearing guys talk about putting together the match and stuff.
And
That's
what
like,
order?
Yeah.
Dude, you would love it if you get because you start at the end and you don't start at the beginning. You start at the end.
Yeah.
And then you work your way back.
Yeah, so it's like you have the booking, which is the who goes over, which is like the writers, and then it kind of breaks down into like the actual match of what you're trying to do in it. And we talk about it on the show a lot, where I'm like, what do these producers actually do? Because so many of the match finishes and stuff are overlapped that I wish that there was more like communication between them. And I'm not saying they don't do any of it, but I'm
Dude,
like,
back in the day, it used to be a clothesline over the top rope would be like being the first couple spots. Just I'm like, dude, why is that in every spot? Why is everybody working the left arm or something like that? You know what I mean? And yeah, or why is there this so much time and so many interferences and all that stuff? There's so many things that if you're in the bed, yes, they don't talk in amongst themselves enough about what everybody's doing in everybody's matches.
yes.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yes,
They need
and
a little AI doing that or something.
Yeah, I would love it because I feel like we see a lot of the same overlap spots a lot in wrestling shows, and it's like
Yeah, and it's like that's real easy to do if you're not talking about what
Right.
everybody's doing because everybody does a lot of the same shit.
yeah,
So it's like,
Dude, it's a good segue actually into this
I was
the
just gonna
show
say,
that we're
there's a
going to
lot
take.
of-
It's
yeah.
everything's the same, dude. There's certain kind of matches. It's
Yes.
this kind of match. It's actually it's the first time I ever did that. I wrote down next to the matches. Oh wow, this is so like 1970. The Heat, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well,
All the Heat sections were very similar.
yeah.
like I got a classic match. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's so funny you say because I thought about I was thinking
We
about
always
that,
think like that,
watching
right?
the match like this. I was gonna say setup of the match. It's by the
Yeah,
book.
so
Every
Billy
match
Gunn
is-
is, you know what I
every
mean?
match is boom, 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 boom. There's different moves thrown in there, but the structure of each match was exactly the same.
and it works.
Yeah, well, this
It was just funny because it's so different. It's a little bit different now. But that
It
was
is.
like it was like a robotic.
This week on the show, we watched and we're reviewing SummerSlam 2002, and this was a interesting time in the business where WCW and ECW are out of business now for over a year, and WWE has unlimited talent here, right? Like, if you look at this card, it is just stacked. From every single match has the entire, like, just a completely stacked card.
Stacked and jacked.
Yeah, stacked and
Oh
jacked.
my God,
Yeah.
jacked.
Yeah.
I'm like, seriously, was there a wellness policy at this point?
No, there was not.
What year was this?
2002. They didn't bring that back until after Eddie's passing, I believe, was when they brought back the
Oh,
wellness
yeah,
policy.
I'm pretty sure it was there in like 206 or 205
Yeah.
or whatever. It was somewhere. around there.
Yeah, I don't think they had one at this point from this card. Clearly, by looking at the
But yeah, it
talent.
was some guy. It didn't matter anyway. For so Kurt Angle wasn't getting no piss, wasn't getting no hot piss test.
Yeah. That show,
Well, not Kurt, but any of those guys back in that day. If you were over and you were jacked, I don't even know what they did with your
you're
piss.
saying the rules were different for top of the card guys versus guys like you. Yeah.
obviously. I mean, it should be that way.
That's the way the world works.
Yeah, they're the
I mean, you see how
draws.
good Angle looks right here? And
Yeah.
he's so jacked right here. I don't think anybody on the planet could beat this dude at this point.
No, so the show
He's
started
a
off.
beast.
And I did, before we get into this match, this is like you said, standard textbook. This is a great, like one of the best openers you could ever put on a card. Is Kurt Angle going against Rey Mysterio here? The crowd was so hot all night too for this show, and they were into this match from the jump. And this was just tremendous work, man. I really, really just absolutely
Yeah,
love
it
this
was,
match.
it was great.
And this match, how long did this one go, Ollie?
9 minutes.
9 minutes. So for you out there,
And look at how much they did.
They did.
I know.
They
I know.
They
Now
did
that
a
I
shit
think about
ton
it,
in 9 minutes.
I know,
but it
felt
didn't
longer.
feel like like
Yeah, it
wasn't
didn't
like
feel rushed at all.
No, it was perfectly fine for
Wait,
every.
it's the nine can't be with fucking. That's got to be bell to bell, right?
Yeah, bell to
Yeah,
bell. The
okay.
times,
Yeah.
the times
Not
of
like
the
entrances
cages,
and
yeah.
shit, yeah.
Ray was he surprised Angle in the ring and he attacked him from behind. And
Oh yeah, that's right.
everything in this match too. I don't think there was a hitch until the finish, where like off the top rope where Angle went for the ankle lock off him. But this was just go, 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 and these guys delivered big time, man. Angle threw him down with an ankle lock. Ray got out of that, and he threw Kurt Angle in the corner. He went for a 619, and then Angle just drags him right to the floor. Angle beat on him, and Ray went for a bulldog and then went to a German suplex, but Ray rolled him up for a 2 count. Angle hit a backbreaker, which just looked like $1,000,000. And the dichotomy between the size of these two guys, Angle working with a smaller opponent worked like great. Like it really looked awesome working Ray. They went into a half crab, and then Ray cradled out of there for a 2 count. Ray then Kurt blocked a sunset flip and then just drilled him with a suplex. Ray reversed an Angle slam and then threw him to the outside. The ref then is doing the over the ropes, and Ray like jumps over him, which is just a great visual.
Beautiful looking spot.
Great visual there on the floor. Springboard leg drop by Ray. Kurt then did a counter of an ankle lock, but Ray countered out of that and hit a 619. He hit the West Coast pop for a 2 count. Angle was just like stooging, bumping, selling his ass
dude,
off
they
for
were
Ray.
both bumping their asses off.
Yeah, just absolutely bumping their ass off. He had a pop-up suplex on him, and then Ray goes for a top rope Rana, and Angle just like countered it, took him down with an ankle lock. It kind of was a little loose there. That'd be like the one hitch in this match. But he has it on him tight, and he cinches it in. He pulls him back away from the ropes, and Ray tapped out. Totally a clean finish. This match was fucking awesome. Like, I absolutely love this match.
What were the chants? See now, did you? All right. So
I think it was "You Suck."
What was the pop at the end?
Was
You guys
for,
remember how big the pop was at the end?
was for the tap.
But Kurt was the heel.
I know.
And
No, but
Ray
Kurt-
was the baby.
Yeah.
You say that, but what I'm saying is, and that goes into it's because of the chants that they were. One's in half the crowd chanting Rey Mysterio, the other and they were chanting. The other Jews were chanting freaking what's his name?
Angle.
In the beginning and early in the match.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't know.
I thought
So-
Angle was the more popular one throughout the entire match. Even though he was supposed to be the heel, he was the crowd
Right,
reacted to him the
that's
whole
my
time.
point.
I think that this crowd, it was they were in Long Island for this one, and I think sometimes the crowd, maybe it was a smart crowd, or maybe it was just wanting to root for certain people, because in the main, we'll talk about that in the main event, they're going heavy Brock even though he's the heel.
Yeah.
And it's you know, like,
Yeah.
I think they just
They're
have
like
their-
a Philly crowd.
yeah, I think like in Northeast, like, we're just gonna pick our favorites crowd.
Well, that's in the Islanders building, isn't it?
Yes, it
is.
So that makes sense too. It's a heel crowd.
For this match, though, I fucking love this match. Like,
Yeah, it was great.
I mean, I don't know if I can give it the full 5, but goddamn, this was great. Fuck it, I'm gonna mark out. I'm gonna give it the full 5. That's a 5-star match. I absolutely loved it. Ollie,
I'm kind of right there at like 5 too.
I'm like, yeah,
Can you give a 9-minute match a 5?
yeah, why not?
Yes.
Why not?
Yes,
What was
absolutely.
wrong?
I'm not saying no, but I'm saying some people are going to probably like.
No, I mean,
match.
Do I
dude,
think they have a-
that's a 5 to me.
Do I think they have better match in them? Yeah, probably. But like, yeah, I mean, Ollie,
I don't know. It's like you get much better.
But it's like
great.
they always
It
say,
seemed
man.
like a 15-minute match to me when I was watching it, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't go like, oh shit, damn, it's
Less
over
is
already.
more. Less is more, baby.
yeah, I mean,
That's what we always say.
what do you give this match?
No, I can't give it a 4.5 just because it's 9 minutes.
So that, but see, that's why I was going to say the same, but then I was like, you know what? What was there a flaw in this match?
No, and I didn't even mind the little hitch at the end because it's coming out of a move that nobody's ever even done before.
Right.
Yeah,
In
You know what I mean?
2002,
Ray coming off the top rope and then Ray's going for that usual spot that everybody does, but he caught him out of that. You know what I mean? And that's okay if you fumble with that.
Right. It wasn't like super clean, but it wasn't like a complete botch.
Exactly.
it was my
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
criticism of the
Yeah,
match.
right.
No, the finish was great, clean,
Yeah.
great finish. I loved it. So you go 4.5.
Yeah.
Ty?
Yeah, I'll go 5. I
Yeah.
had no problems. I had no problems with the match. Super entertaining.
Yeah, these two. I like as a card opener. I don't know if you could start a show hotter than that. You know what I mean? Like that is one of the greatest openers in
No, and
wrestling.
especially
history.
with like Ray like doing like the surprise like start and not even coming down the like they were fucking on it from the get go.
The crowd was hot. It was probably the hottest the crowd was for any
Next to
match,
the
maybe
main.
next to the main.
Right.
Yeah. Like, and I know it's the start of the show or like whatever, but I thought there was a little bit of lull, like with the crowd, like in the middle a little
was-
bit. But
that-
they were hot as shit for this match.
Was that Rey
That was during the
Mysterio's
heat.
pay-per-view debut? Was that his first pay-per-view in the company?
He might have been on some earlier ones.
Was that
but-
why freaking he wasn't as over? He wasn't God like
Well,
he,
he
always
just-
like usually was.
He came into the company in 2002. I don't know if it was his first pay per
Oh,
view.
well, he came from WCW, so that'll tell you something right there.
He didn't come right over from WCW. For when WCW was purchased, he didn't come over to WWE.
Oh, okay, so that'll give you a time frame there.
Yeah,
So
he-
very well could have been his first pay-per-view.
If he did, he probably only worked one or two others before it. Like he was a new character in WWE.
All
they
right,
put the mask
now
back
it
on
makes
him.
sense.
Yeah, Angle was.
Now it makes sense.
First pay-per-view appearance, SummerSlam
Now it
2002.
makes
Wow, there you go.
total
Okay.
sense. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah, he
right.
wasn't raving yet.
But the crowd still does like the heels later on too.
Yeah.
Honestly, it makes. I was just thinking about the 9-minute thing. Honestly, I think it's more impressive the fact that we feel the way we feel about the match in only 9 minutes, considering all the shit that they got in.
Dude, I used to tear the house down in 9 minutes.
Yeah, the paint,
because 6 of it was my entrance.
the paint would be peeling off the walls of how bored they were.
Up next on the show was Chris Jericho taking on Ric Flair, and
What a classic.
this was interesting because it was like, okay,
Jericho was huge too.
yeah, he was. Jericho's coming off a run where he put
The
on,
Y2K thing?
well, after that they gave him the belt, and when he won the belt for the first time, he beat The Rock and Austin in the same night in a tournament. So he has that going for him. He made
Can't get much over
That's
that.
great. I know.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wait, what?
yeah. After that, there's only down after that, right?
I hear that.
He main evented Mania that year, WrestleMania 18 against Triple H. Lost the belt to Triple H then at Mania 18. But like I said, this is a weird time in the company. They're transitioning to the Raw and SmackDown brands as the split brands, and Jericho's kind of finding himself as a character again. And Flair came over at the end of 01 in WWE, and he starts to wrestle in 02. And so you have Ric Flair and Jericho here, and it's just like, man, Flair can't do a whole lot, but he's still super, super over, and he doesn't need to do a
His
whole lot.
body still looks good.
Still looks good. I mean, he we said this when we did the Big Show
You
match.
see him
Like,
calling a lot of shit. He's
Oh, yeah.
calling a lot of shit.
he can do a chop. He can do a punch. He can woo.
He can do his back body drop.
He can do his back body drop. The only thing that he really flubbed in this was his corner bump.
Was the turnbuckle going over the
Yeah.
turnbuckle?
And
I thought for sure he was going to go back to it at some point.
well, he hit.
And I thought for sure he was going to go to the top rope, but he ended up doing it to him
Yes.
instead of him having it done to him.
Yes, but it's all the Flair standards in this match. I mean, it's a dirt solid match. Like, it's pretty good. I mean, how long did this one go? 10, Ollie?
Yep, 10:25.
Yeah, so like, the show, like the
And
piece of
Jericho's
this.
a perfect guy for Flair right there.
Yeah, I mean, look, they know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, man.
Flair,
Flair was
So if Rick punches,
Flair was
he can
cracking
punch
me
with
up.
both hands. He can throw lefts and rights.
yeah,
That's funny you point that out. When he had him in the corner throwing both hands, I'm like, how many wrestlers can
Nobody.
throw both hands like
Dude,
good?
nobody does that.
not many. And Flair
Nobody.
throws good punches with both. You know, Flair's punches are always good.
What I think, his two patented moves early, and then a nice ref bump off of something. Off of the chop.
Yeah.
And then, what's his name, turned around and caught him in the eye.
Yes.
Nice way to get a ref bump in there.
For the low
And
blow.
not bump him to be out.
Right. Just a little stagger.
Yeah, get him turned around for a minute. That was perfect.
I guess the one thing I didn't like in this was Flair tapping when he grabbed the ropes. I could have done without that.
That was shitty.
Well, I feel like that was written into like, okay, Jericho, if you're going to
Of
job,
course.
we'll give you this as a little
did.
like tip
No,
for
but I
tat
feel
kind
like
of
he
thing.
blatantly grabbed the rope.
Yeah.
He blatantly grabbed the ropes and then tapped. I felt like to be like, all right, yo, I'm on the ropes. Like, get off of me. Like, that's how I saw it. Not like to try and
It was
portray
totally-
like he was tapping because he clearly grabbed the rope beforehand. So, and Flair knows he's not.
Yeah, it wasn't,
Losing if he's
it
already
wasn't
got-
played right.
Yeah,
It just
something
wasn't played
happened,
right.
yeah.
And the whole idea is to save Flair the face of the loss.
No, say Jericho, the face of the loss.
Oh yeah.
Right. So, like you said, Hack, there's the ref bump, and then Flair hits him low, and then Flair finishes him with the figure four. It's very rare to see Flair win clean with a figure four tap out, especially in 2002. And it was a quick tap, like you said. It wasn't a struggle in there. It wasn't
Quick.
It was quick tap. I mean,
Jericho might have been in the doghouse.
yeah, I don't know if they were like, yeah, let's throw the fans a bone with this one or something, or I don't know why. It doesn't hurt Jericho's career wasn't hurt or anything by this, but if I was him in 2002, I might have been like, yeah, I probably should go over this one. I don't know, but this is
I mean, how much?
I'd be happy to do whatever. the
It's
fuck you
Flair,
want.
yeah, I
Anything.
guess.
Well, yeah. How much?
Anything you
long-
want, sir.
Was Flair still regularly going longer after that? Like,
Yeah, Flair worked pretty regularly, especially 2003, 2004 with Evolution
Alright.
and stuff.
And he
You know?
I was just wondering if it might have been like something where they're giving him that, and then he was off for a little bit, and
Dude,
then
him and Shawn Michaels had that WrestleMania match. That was-
2007.
Yeah, that was like fucking out of control.
yeah.
well, yeah,
so-
I was just saying like regular,
Yeah, I
you know,
gotcha.
like regularly.
For a match, though, this is super, super solid. Like, I enjoyed this, but both guys worked hard in it. I'm going 3 stars for it. Ollie?
Yeah, I gotta give it a 3. I mean, pretty damn solid. It's more or less like a throwback match to me. Like watching like a 1980s match or something
How
like
old do you
that.
think Flair is? Then?
they said he was
they said
52.
53? Yeah.
52,
Yeah, it's
something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was a little older.
Yeah, no, like early 50s right there. But yeah, 3 for me. Can't complain.
Yeah. Hack?
Yeah, I don't know. I like Flair. I don't know.
I do too.
It doesn't make any sense that I like. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All his mannerisms were like hilarious.
He's doing his little
I know, and he's and he's like giving him 2 chops, and then he woos and fucking hits him again.
chop punch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He's just entertaining to me. I don't care that he does the same move, the same patented moves.
It's all
you
the
know
same.
what
It doesn't matter.
I mean,
It's Flair.
everybody does.
Yeah. Everyone's got their standards and stuff, but what do you give the match, though, Hank?
I give it like a 4.
Okay. If Flair Mark
There's
gives
52.
Yeah, he's 52 curve.
That bumps a point right there.
Yeah, that's impressive as hell. He's having this match at 52. Not many guys are, Ty?
Yeah, I'm with you guys. The only part I didn't like about it was, honestly, it was just a punch and a chop fest. It was punch, chop, 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 punch, chop, chop, chop. It was just a little monotonous to me, but I'll give it a 3.
What else are you gonna do? It's like me and the Big Show. How much can you do out? How much you gonna do out there?
Yeah, you would have got a worse ranking from me, I'm sure.
Up next on the
Sure.
show.
What do you get the Big Show hip toss? Yeah, tackle drop down hip toss. Grab it again.
I actually would love to see that.
Yeah, leapfrog.
There's this hilarious match between Kane and Big Show where they do tackle, drop that. And it's so bad.
The boys must have loved
Oh
it.
my god, dude!
They did
Probably
it for the
did it
boys.
just to, yeah,
They totally did it for the boys.
It had to have been like a rib on them by somebody. Like, you have to go out there and do this. Like, it's so.
Right, nobody's doing that to the Undertaker.
Well, no, it's Kane and Big Show.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was Kane and the Undertaker.
No.
Kane, no, that could be a rib on the Big Show, not on Kane.
Well, dude, it's so bad. You got to watch this someday. Man. Up next on the
No,
show.
because he was in the doghouse a couple times to show. I told you guys,
Yeah.
fucking Vince tore him an asshole in front of the whole locker room sometimes.
I love the show.
Big asshole.
I heard that.
Edge and Eddie Guerrero was next up on the show. And
He
man,
was jacked.
who, Edge or Eddie Guerrero? Guerrero was,
Oh my God.
So Guerrero had some personal issues in the company, and he was released in 2001. And he worked the indies. He worked all over the world, and he really hustled. And he got himself in good shape, and he got himself right mentally, physically. He got clean, and WWE re-signed him in 2002.
In a second, the guy's worth money anywhere on the planet.
And my God, him back in 2002, man, you were like, Eddie is so motivated, and he fucking is just on another level. Like, there's the work he's putting in, and then there's almost everybody else, because it's like he's that damn good. And man, he looked like $1 million too. He's got the mullet done, he's jacked, and
Dude, Dominic sure does look like Eddie, man.
he does a little bit. Maybe
For that fucking storyline,
maybe
dude,
it's
I don't
really
know,
his son. Yeah, I don't know.
Man. Dude, he really, really does.
Edge at this point, he's going solo.
What
And
storyline?
so there's a story back in the day where Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio, Dominic was involved, and they had the custody of Dominic ladder match, because Eddie Guerrero was saying Dominic was actually his son because Ray and his wife couldn't have a
this is
kid.
kinda
Been there, done that.
Yeah, they totally ripped off. They ripped off Ty in the summer of '96.
Yeah, been there, done that.
But no, it was a good angle that they did between him and Eddie, where it was like not just having really good matches, but putting some drama to it and everything too.
It's store shit.
Yeah, well, should have had a custody of Ty.
It's just good. It's good. I'm glad they did it.
At
Yeah.
this point, how long has Edge been working as a singles now?
It's been about a
Yeah,
year
he
or
was
so.
tied up for a long time with
It-
fucking.
well, It's been about a year.
And it's surprising to me
'Cause they
that
came in together.
Christian is in a tag team again. Like, as soon as he splits up with Edge, and it's kind of like,
Well, they were
when you want them to go both single, like,
they were a lot higher on Edge.
Well, no, because a lot of
Well,
times what they do is they turn you against each other, and that means one guy's in and one guy's usually out.
Well,
so they
Well, I was
separated
gonna say, I
them
think
that
they
way.
saw Edge more as the star.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
no, but I mean,
Vince notoriously disliked Christian for some reason.
Who?
Vince didn't like Christian, and it specifically didn't like his face.
I don't know what it's about your face. I just don't. I just
Yeah,
want to punch
and
it.
he wanted to put a red dot on the screen when Christian wrestled. Apparently, yeah, this is stuff I've heard.
That
of
dude's show going crazy. I mean, when you hear stuff like that,
I know.
it's so ridiculous.
I know, but Christian's fantastic anyway.
I mean,
It's
you
like,
see
what?
the faction that he's in this show?
Oh, we'll get to the Un-Americans.
I know, what a name, too.
Yeah, it's
The
so creative.
Un-Americans.
So
I
creative.
know, it's the worst name ever.
It's so bad.
But it's supposed to be that.
Yeah,
bad.
we'll get to that, but we'll get to that in that match.
They
But
don't- somebody didn't say that. Think that's great, like sell T-shirts, great.
right. This match between Edge and Eddie Guerrero, man, was fucking just so good. Like, Edge is still finding his footing as a singles wrestler, and I don't know if there's anybody you'd rather be in the ring with than Eddie Guerrero for that. Who could just, you're going. How long did this one go? Like 15?
11. 11:44.
Like, if you're
The heat felt like an eternity in this one for me.
with the shoulder.
Yeah, that was a little bit too much for me.
But I liked how Eddie worked it over. I mean, he takes the bump to the floor, then he throws him into the
This is
steps.
the kind of match. This was one that's a little bit different than the other ones. There's a lot more heat in this match.
Yeah. They're doing a lot of armbar stuff and wrist locks.
I know, and I'm
Like
like
20 different ways to work an arm.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking back in my head, and maybe I'm not realizing that like it's only 2002 at this point, but like
I get caught like that too sometimes.
And like I'm watching, and I'm like, do these two need that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't they just be better off just going angle Mysterio? You don't need to work a body part like with these two guys. Like, but
Yeah, they could have did the story like Eddie out wrestling him as like a singles, kind of like outclassing him a little bit rather than
that's just the only
ripping
thing
his arm off the
Yeah.
entire time.
That's the only thing I was kind of
I
thinking
think the
of.
story of the match was the face Edge overcoming the injury, and then
Right.
with the finish, it's like, oh, he's a tough guy. He's able to fight through that. He's a badass. And I think that was kind of like the story that they were going
Even
for.
though he used
I didn't see it like that, but now that you said that, it makes a lot more sense.
Even though he used the left arm getting worked on the whole
Yeah,
time to
I
spear
know.
at
And then
him.
does the spear finish.
I'm watching it. I'm like, I can't hear Ty tell me.
I'm sitting there watching the match and I'm thinking, and I'm like, does Edge have like a side that he spears on the entire time? And I'm like, if somebody has a finish, they should only spear on one side the entire time. So when you work that body part, they have to do it on the other side.
Well, that's the reason for the heel to work that, to take that away from
I
him.
know, and I'm thinking, and I'm like, has anybody who ever had a spear as a finish even thought of that?
They should, and Edge should have on this one. Like, if it
I thought about it.
When
That's
he-
why I didn't think. Yeah.
when he hits that spear, if he had sold it, like, oh, I can't make the cover, and then you did to another home, like that was the start
I know,
of
it
the
was
home.
totally clean. Hit him with the left shoulder.
Boom,
Right to the-
finish,
yeah, I
finish.
was like, God, guys.
But
I know we're probably the only ones picking that up, but like
We
I was
are.
just-
I thought Edge sold really well in this match, and I'm not the biggest fan of him as a singles wrestler, but I thought he did a really good job of emoting and selling in this match, and I enjoyed this for what it was. So
Isn't he young though? Here,
he is still young,
Right.
yeah.
He's young.
I mean,
and he was calling the shots.
He's been in WWE for like 5 years at this point, Edge, and he's finally getting like his big break. He was tag teaming with Hogan a little bit before this too.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so like they were high on Edge, and
So he was definitely taking a lot of the heat,
yeah,
doing the work. Yeah,
Not gonna work for me, brother.
for me though, this
Not
is
gonna
like
work for me, brother.
this is a solid match. I'm gonna go 3.5 stars for it. Ollie,
Yeah, I'm like maybe a little over like a 3 or somewhere around there. Maybe a little bit above the Flair match. Just other way, like they probably worked the shoulder maybe a little too much. But I mean, other than that, everything else was super solid in the match. Like I can't complain about it. Everything's super tight. Like all the moves super crisp. Like everything's like made sense. I mean, not like today's some matches you see is just a bunch of like, well, what the fuck are you doing?
right?
So it's good.
Yeah, Hack.
It's not Eddie in there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's minimum 3.
minimum of 3.
I mean, but there was a lot of selling in there.
So you go what?
3.
3. Okay. Ty?
yeah, 3 for me.
Up next was the WWE Tag Team title match between the Un-Americans and Booker T and Goldust.
What a fucking tag team, Booker Team and Gold. Booker T and Gold.
I know. When they said it, I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Well, what says America more than people coming together of different backgrounds than, an androgynous guy and a black guy being friends to take on some un-Americans,
And then
Anybody can be a tag team against the Un-Americans.
Yeah.
I know. With Dustin taking all the heat.
Just all the heat.
All
Just
the
heat.
Booker came in for like boom, 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 boom,
I don't
boom,
know,
like twice.
I don't know how many minutes into the match did it take for Booker to get
I know.
in the
It seemed
fucking
like
ring?
he had like 60 seconds of total action in the whole freaking match.
But I love the fake false when they pulled Booker off.
Loved it.
That is such
Oh no, I got that. The one out of the corners,
Yeah.
the corner spot.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Because that
the
just
fake hot tag?
Yeah, the corner false tag is beautiful.
the corner false just makes the
Yeah.
hot that much more. And it's like there was a great FTR and Outrunners match where they had a lot of like hots and falses a couple weeks ago, and it's like, man, the tag formula is there for a reason because it fucking works. And this was a classic standard tag team formula match.
This entire match, they did a very good job of timing with the ref. The ref was involved in a lot of different things, other than when they brought the chairs in and they took like forever, and they kind of made the ref look stupid on
and then
that
test
one.
at the end. Test at the end with the ref. I'm like, my God, did you have to get up at that second and look directly at him?
Yeah,
for the run and at the finish. But
What was the second ref bump? I wrote down second ref bump something.
did
he take 2 bumps in this match?
Second ref
I think there
bump.
was 2 bumps in this match.
Yeah, there was. Oh, it was off the flapjack.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it was
I
off the
remember, I just
flapjack. He
remember.
like hit him with the legs, I think. And then after that, Booker hits both of them with double axe kicks, and he does a spin Rooney.
Horrible. One of them was bad.
Yeah,
I
but
forget which
you
one.
got them stacked kind of against like right next to each other, and then Test runs in, drills him with a beautiful boot, and walks out right in front of the ref there. And
I know.
Nothing to see here.
nothing to see.
I know.
And then JR and the King try to like cover for it a little bit, but the King's like, I think he saw. So they
Dude,
kinda-
speaking of those two were on fire all night. Like, dude, they were so good together.
yeah.
Like, and I know, Hack, like, you're not listening to the commentary half the time.
But I know how
like,
good the Lawler is.
But, like, those two together are just, like, flawless.
Lawler's
like,
gold.
I know, just like anything that they said, it just works so good together.
Yeah.
Like just sitting there watching, listening, like they just got it.
Yeah. I thought especially in like the Triple H match that JR was on for that one. That match he was taking.
Sean, you don't need to do that.
Yeah, he was.
Oh yeah, I do remember.
He was feeling himself in that one. But for this match, it's just a standard tag team match. Well, how long did this one go? 10?
9:40.
9:40.
Felt way longer.
Everybody was on a 10-minute time
Yeah,
limit.
10
again.
minutes.
Yeah, but
Triple H needs 35.
I know, but like I really wish AEW would like adopt some of this a little bit more. Like
This was a tight pay-per-view. You
Yeah.
know, and it's one of the reasons why, like, I hadn't watched it in
And how
years.
many matches was it?
Dude,
8
we're
or 9?
4
8 or 9?
matches
Yeah.
in an hour and 2 segments. We didn't even talk about the one segment with Paul.
Oh, with Paul and Brock backstage where he wants to murder. You want to murder
8
The Rock
matches.
title reign?
Yeah, like, instead of giving us 4 matches, WWE, how about you give us 8 matches with this type of structure?
Right. Its structure works.
Yeah,
The
like-
structure works.
Yeah.
It's worked for a reason. For this match, though, it wasn't anything special, but again, it's super, super solid. I'm going 3 stars for it, man. I thought the work in it was... Dustin did a really good job selling. The hot tag worked. The finish, you keep the heat for the match later with the finish in this match, so it makes sense, this finish. You keep the titles on the heels, it's fine. 3 stars for me. Ollie?
yeah, 3 for me. Can't really complain about anything. I mean, it's like all down the card. It's just super, super solid wrestling.
Yeah. Hack?
I give it a 2.5 because I just don't believe the Gold Dust did the BT match pairing.
No, it worked, though. I mean, the time...
I don't care. I don't know. I thought it was horrible.
They had
BT
great-
wasn't even in the match.
They had great chemistry
He
together
did
as a
2
tag
top
team.
tags.
This was actually where Booker T found himself in WWE, was the team with Goldust. They had some great backstage segments. I'm telling you, you'd be dying laughing with them. It was some great stuff.
Well, yes, I could see that. Yeah, I could see some backstage shit with those guys being funny.
They worked well as a team.
Like
together,
BT
too.
going like, "What are you, an idiot?"
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
because I know BT. Good. Yeah, he's like that.
You go 2.5 though for it?
Yeah, 2.5.
Ty?
Yeah, I'm right there with Hack.
Who were
Two
the
and a
other
half.
two in the match?
Christian and Lance Storm?
And Lance Storm.
Oh, yeah. Lance was jacked, too.
Yeah, he was. And they worked well in this. Up next on the show was the Intercontinental title match between Chris Benoit and Rob Van Dam. This one was kind of a competition between Raw and SmackDown for this belt. And they were doing some lame Stephanie and Bischoff backstage segments in the show.
Dude, look at her. Oh, my God. Her legs. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wow, that lady got some legs.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I always was attracted to her. And she wasn't even blonde.
That's because she liked. That's because she thought you were a good wrestler.
Yeah. A little biased there, this match, I thought this match was fine, but I feel like it went a little long, though.
16
16?
and a half.
I don't know if it was...
There was two matches.
What, with the first half where Benoit's got him in all the holes?
One was all one guy, the other part was all the other guy. The end. You know what I'm saying?
It was all
two
Rob?
different matches, yeah.
It kind of just was mismatched, though. Like, I don't know.
It wasn't like a standard, like, story-ish kind of match.
Like-
it was you get over in your spots and you get over in your spots.
It's like if you see Rob Van Dam and Benoit on a card, you're like, oh, man, that match will be probably the best match on the show.
Yeah.
And this wasn't it.
It just didn't really flow that.
Yeah,
right. Like you were talking about, Hat. Like it didn't really have much flow to it.
I'm not saying it was bad. It was never bad, and I don't think they botched shit really.
No, it was
No,
two
they worked
different
their
matches.
asses. They worked their asses off.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, Benoit beat the shit out of him, and then RB hit him with 5 big things in the last couple minutes.
To take it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, there was a couple of good stuff in
And
it.
then and Benoit was like, "Oh fuck, you're beating me your 5-star too." And that's Ben. Well, in a situation like that, Benoit's probably thinking that, yeah, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him if the kid's gonna go over on me.
Right.
I'm gonna take most of the match.
I got to get my stuff in.
And yeah, and he's gonna beat me with his standard finish, and I'm Benoit.
And I thought Rob was in the crossface for a little bit too long at certain points in the match too.
Well, that's all the time. I think people, any
I thought it was really similar to the Eddie and Ed, like a little bit too long of what. Like, so I agree with you. Like, kind of. Yeah. I don't know. It was a little disappointing.
I was interested when Rob got him in like a crossface
20 years ago.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. it was 20. It was different time.
But even then, I mean, those dudes 20 years ago, I
They
still
could do a better
I know
match.
you're doing 11 minutes and 3 of it's fucking just laying there doing nothing.
right.
And guys work so much harder now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There was a spin kick.
There's a lot of that going on in this fucking pay-per-view. It looked like
Rob superplex, and then in the midair, he like switched it over, and then Rob got up first on that, hits him with the frog splash, and that's the finish of this match.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's like
I thought he was going to kick out.
I
They
mean,
got me.
20 years ago.
yeah, and you see that on the show where it's like, yeah, maybe Tess kicked out of a choke slam and Brock kicked out of a rock bottom, but there wasn't a lot of like kicking out
5
of
finishers every match where
Right,
it's like, yeah.
exactly.
right, and it's like you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. Now this is what fans expect.
Yeah.
But I wish that both major wrestling companies, and I wish wrestling in general did go a little bit back to where it was, where...
Well, these matches are on a strict leash right here. I mean, you can see it. Everything's right around the 10-minute mark.
pretty much...
You know, that's a tight leash they all got right here.
I mean, I really think they were saving time for the matches at the end, which got a little bit... I mean, the Triple H Michaels match got a lot of time. And the main event, I feel like, was tight, too, though. So I feel like the whole show was pretty tight. For a match, though, with
First hour.
For a match, Rob Van Dam, Benoit, I'm just gonna have to go 3 for it. Like, it wasn't bad. Didn't get over into that next level really, and kind of left me wanting more. I would say, I guess. So I guess a little bit disappointed in it when I rewatched it, but it wasn't a bad match by any means. Ollie, what do you give it?
I give it a 3, but those guys could give you a 5
Yeah,
in another match.
yeah. Hack
2.5.
2.5
For those two.
Yeah, that's an honest rating from that from back there.
Every one of my ratings
That's
is
a shoot, brother.
That's Ty.
Me and Hacker locked up once again.
Wow.
2.5.
Same. Okay. Up next on the show was Undertaker taking on Test. This is just kind of
Hey, it opened up great. Well, didn't he start walking the ropes pretty much in the first minute? And then that guy
went for the roadblock, and then Test crotched
pushed
him.
the ref into the
that's right.
into the ropes, which somebody else did in a later match and clearly didn't watch the shit before.
Yeah, this one was just not much really.
But nobody's expecting anything out of this anyway.
I actually thought it was really good considering.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, two big dudes like that could have been really, really lumbering, bumbering, thumbering, and I saw it completely different.
Dude, you know what? I need to watch that again because Test was such a crowbar, but she wasn't a crowbar with freaking The Undertaker.
Oh, no.
I didn't even.
No, it wasn't touching
I
at
think
all.
I might even fast forward through most of
No,
this.
there you go. You love fast forwarding through your homework.
Well,
Vegas.
well, I mean.
Well, you weren't expecting much, but I'm telling you, Hack, but for those two big dudes and you're not expecting much, I actually really enjoyed it. Because, what was it, 6 minutes? 8? Yeah, they got in, got out.
Taker hit all his standards. You had some run-ins from.
Yeah, but dude, who was the other people that were 9 minutes that we thought? Now, I don't know. I don't know. It's so weird how some matches they're only 1 minute apart, but some feel
I don't
like
know
they're
how
15.
Ray and Angle felt like 15 to 20.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah,
it's
I
just,
don't know.
it's just the workers in there sometimes. I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
You had a run-in from the Un-Americans. Taker knocked all those guys out. And then he's fighting off 3 guys. And then he just tombstones Test. And that was the finish. This was what it was. But it wasn't terrible. It didn't suck. And Test is somebody, I know we've said it before, different era.
Test, you crowbar.
Different.
And I told you.
Not Devin Storm.
He
an
was the
actual
only new
crowbar.
friend that I made out of anybody in that whole time in those couple years.
He had a great look. He could execute his moves well. He had good timing. He had size.
Prima donna, fuck too.
Yeah, you've said that before,
Yeah,
too.
it was.
For this match, though, this is just 1.5 stars. Ollie?
I'm going to give it 2 3/4.
Okay.
Heck.
I watched it for a little bit, so I'll
You can't
abstain.
even give an honest rating.
You abstain. You abstain. Okay. Ty?
That's a 4 for me.
Wow. 4, brother.
I really liked it.
Yeah,
I was
brother.
Watching
Because it was over so quick.
No, dude, I was expecting really, not great work from those two, and they actually surprised me. I would advise you to go back and watch it.
Yeah, but also Test for I saw the end. His head was like a foot from being on the mat.
Well, good. He's protecting him.
Horrible.
We didn't want to mess him up like he did Hogan.
Test was like, you better not break my neck, you little prima donna fuck. Listen here, Undertaker.
Yeah, right.
Up next on the show.
Yes, sir.
Up next on the show, this was an unsanctioned match between Triple H and the returning Shawn Michaels. Now, Shawn hadn't worked a WWE match in over 4 years at this point. He did work one match down in his wrestling company. You did some shots for them, too, the Texas Wrestling Association.
Yeah. TWA.
Yeah, TWA.
Red shirt with a barbed wire outline of Texas. Funny how I even remember that.
How do you remember that? Of all
I know,
things
it's weird.
that you've done?
I can see their shirt in my head right now.
You remember that, but then I'm like, what? Do you remember ECW One
Paul
Night Stand?
Diamond was one of his agents or whatever.
Not to be mixed with Simon, of course. Friend of the show. Friend of the show.
But so Shawn did work one match for the TWA in '99 or 2000 against a guy named Venom. Do you remember anything of that?
Who did what?
Shawn wrestled one match. He hadn't wrestled in WWE in 4 years, but he wrestled one match for his own Fed.
Well,
So, okay.
I only know
Right
what
on
I was
cue.
down there for. I think I might have went twice.
Okay.
He was cool.
Sean-
He was easy to work with.
Shawn
yeah.
was cool with booking
Yeah,
you and
totally.
everything. Nice. Okay. That's awesome, man. So I'm happy that Shawn got clean, and this is his return to WWE here.
Oh, is that what the thing was?
He had he had a bad back, and then he was
He
also.
seemed fine to me. He wasn't fucked up at all when I was there. I know that.
Oh, you mean that Back-wise, or?
No, just
Party,
like him.
party.
Yeah, he wasn't like high. He was definitely not high.
Well, I know
I mean, he could have been smoking pot or something, but he wasn't like,
Right.
you know, like doing his fucking sonas.
he had some issues, and he was able to overcome them, obviously, and he's born-again Christian.
I'll be
and-
there one of these days.
Yeah.
I know, that's why he should have lost the match.
Well, but he comes back after this, Ollie, this match, and we'll go into the finish and everything, but he has a match later in the year at Elimination Chamber where he wins the belt, too, in Survivor Series. So, like, I feel like it was all building up to that story, even though this one, I know what you're saying, do the job in this one, but it's kind of like it's his big return moment. You want to give him the big moment. I know what you're saying, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's...
I don't know. He got his back obliterated for about the first 20 minutes of this thing.
I know,
and then was walking around like,
it does
nothing. Like,
does the kip up, doesn't hurt at all, and everything.
like,
and-
Dude, it's wrestling, you
I know,
idiot.
it's like,
know.
dude, I almost threw my back out trying to do a nip up that, like, 5 months ago, because Hack asked me if I could still do it, and it's like, you can't do that with a hurt back. It's not happening.
I mean, this was just simple psychology of
I know it's wrestling, though.
Triple H is working the back for like
What a gusher he had.
Oh, Triple H?
Oh my God, what a gusher.
Michael's color sucked in this. It was horrible.
Well, because you
Well,
lose
it
it by the end of the match.
stopped.
Yeah.
I had the same thing in AEW with
Yeah, you're out
Hangman.
there for-
Hangman was but they wouldn't even have known he really bled much.
Yeah, you're out
You
there
got to
for
cut twice. You gotta
28
cut the
minutes.
beginning and during the
It
middle.
went 28.
27.50.
That was that long?
It felt even longer to
honestly,
me,
I thought it
man.
was like 40.
Yeah, like, and these two, one of the things about...
I was entertained.
I was too.
Just by the plunder.
Well, the plunder was great. Getting
All
the
right, Hack. Wonder.
Getting the
Well, yeah,
plunder
and
involved.
JR during the match keeps you entertained.
JR on the call on this one really made it feel like a special moment, you know? And really...
That's JR, dude.
I know,
He's
but it's
God.
he is, man. He's the lyrics to the music, you know. Like he's just he really took it up a level. And that's to your point, Ty. It felt 40. Triple H and Michael sometimes when they worked together, you know, they needed an editor because they would go too long sometimes.
Oh yeah, you could see it here. I mean, you could tell like they had great chemistry and like obviously like they're letting shit breathe. Like, I mean, the first 15 minutes of the match was just
I can't even remember.
Was like slow bullshit.
Nothing.
Sidewalk slam on the chair, this on the chair,
and like which is
backbreaker.
great. They're working slow and they're just doing like whatever. But I got to a point where I was like, all right, man, like what are we doing here? You
Triple
know?
H, he got the gusher off the chair, kicked back in his face.
He looked fucking huge too.
He was gigantic.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Triple H.
Triple
that
H.
was- Yes, he was
Dude,
fucking
his V.
Yeah,
That
like,
was always him, his V. And I remember him getting, where the heck
from
was
his
I?
chest pube down to his ball.
They used to give him shit about his legs.
Triple
Because
H?
he never worked out his legs.
That was
I
all
remember-
upper body?
Yeah, Nash, what's his name? He used to give him shit about
Well,
his
he had
legs.
that huge, like you said, the huge
He's
back
got
with the
that
huge
V,
V with
dude,
the
yeah.
tight waist, but then it was like
It's an
like,
upper body business, brother. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Macho Man. Yeah, all those guys.
There was a chair shot, and I love how he grabbed Hugo's, the Spanish announcer's boot too. Michael's. That was a great little,
Made a
little
good
spot.
sound, too.
Yeah, it did. There was a ladder pulled out, and I like the work with it. He threw him into it. He catapulted into the ladder. Triple H then baseball slide the ladder back into him. Shawn hit him with a superplex. There was a sunset flip. Triple H with the high knee. He loved using those knees. Triple H. The
One
stairs.
was shitty, the one in the corner.
The stairs were out.
I think that was at the end.
And then Shawn threw him into them. Table got set up, and Triple H is laying on it, and Shawn does a splash on the outside through the table.
That was good.
Yeah, back's fine.
Yeah, back's perfectly fine.
He hit it on his stomach. He hit his stomach back.
That's right. Yeah. The ladder was in the corner back in the ring, and Shawn drops an elbow, and then he's teeing up the band. He goes for the super kick, which misses, but then he reversed a pedigree for the pin. I thought that pin off of that was so good. Like the finish on that pin and the way he's got his legs and the crowd's into it. That was a real crescendo for the match.
I hated it.
You hated the finish. I love the finish.
After all the things that you guys just did to each other, it's a fucking small package.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's all it takes, man. It's 1, 2, 3.
I can see how a wrestler thinks like that, though.
It's 1, 2, 3.
But if you're gonna beat fucking Triple H after all the shit that you just did, you're gonna fucking.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody's so
schoolboy?
depleted that you could be beaten by a small package.
There you go, Hack.
That's kind of wrestling.
You said you're not a booker.
No, I'm not booking. I'm just saying wrestling, wrestler psychology. Yeah, let's do all this shit, then we'll just finish with a package. That's a Raven thing.
But the crowd loved it.
It's a total Raven.
No,
It is.
I think they love the fact that Sean went over. I don't think they loved the finish.
Tomato there, because the crowd popped.
No, it's pretty clearly tomato.
Pedal left, back pedal
No,
right.
I'm serious. The crowd wasn't flat on the finish at all.
Well, no, because it was Sean's first match, and he just went in 4 years, and he just went over. Not they were like, oh, what a great finish.
Well, like, if you put it now with a super kick or two, like the alternative finish or
I don't know.
something.
They fucking beat him with a sledgehammer, beat him with chairs, beat him with a ladder, put him through a fucking table, and then you small package him for a win. I don't know.
You gotta do some finish. I love the finish, man.
I don't know. That's just me. I could be wrong. I don't know.
I love the finish. The match itself, a little too long. But still, this is really, really good stuff. The crowd was really into this one. A little bit down for the beginning, kind of, I guess, middle portion of it, but really got back into it towards the end. Stars here. I don't know. I'm going to go 4.5, I guess. It might be a little high, but 4.5. What do you... Hack's making a face at me.
I'm going 3.
3?
Yeah. I mean, solid, entertaining, probably a little long, but wasn't bad.
Hack?
Yeah, I can't go higher than 3 here.
Okay, higher than
It wasn't a
3.
match, really.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I was ECW.
No,
I
it's
guess,
non-sanctioned, dude.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Ty. Thank you. It was unsanctioned.
All right, that's a 3.25.
Yeah, there you go. Ty?
2.5 for me. Just I don't know. The first half was bleh, and I hated the finish. So
Yeah.
27 minutes, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Almost 28.
He laid him out with a sledgehammer afterwards, and then he did a really serious stretcher job.
Yeah.
I love when they do stretcher jobs for wrestlers and then have other wrestlers being out there to check on them.
oh, the great
Like Sergeant Slaughter is making sure his neck's
that
stable.
and the greatest thing was the doctor. The doctor had like a
A
doctor's
lab coat on.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck's he giving you a prescription?
Yeah, I'm actually glad. I'm
had a
glad.
lab coat on. I was like, dude.
I'm glad you brought that up because it actually just sparked a thought about like the WWE Unreal thing and how like after Kevin Owens gave Cody like the pile driver, and then Cody's at a meet and greet with a neck brace on. Why even wear the neck brace now if this show's out?
Yeah.
Is another kind of thought I have about it. It's where it's like,
You're
I mean, they
keeping,
didn't say he wasn't hurt.
you're keeping the tradition of kayfabe alive for who?
yeah, like at this point now, like I mean, I know it's obviously before the show comes out and whatever, but like now going forward, it's like, well, dude, I know, like even like a little kid, it's like, well, I know you're not really fucking hurt.
Yeah. No, you made a great point.
So like, do you even have?
Now that you're saying that, what we started thinking about that show, that's another fucking point right there. It's like, how can a 10-year-old kid believe that you're hurt? How can he believe anything?
You can't.
Well, I don't know. They
Cody's
didn't-
saying it's a dance in the first episode. He's saying it's like a dance, and it's like he's not wrong, but yeah, it's just I don't know.
It's just a thought I had.
Yeah,
About it.
no, it's
Well, I like it.
it's a good point. It's
It
intriguing.
is.
It's all intriguing, you know. Up next on the show was the WWE title match between The Rock and Brock Lesnar. And listen, if you want to talk about how you put over a guy, this what The Rock does here by putting over Brock, man, it's like this is how you make a star. And not that Brock needed somebody to put him over, but The Rock totally clean job for him, man, and in a big match like this.
And Brock was fucking huge.
He was
and
gigantic.
I forgot how just great of an athlete he was.
Agile,
dude.
how
Like,
long legs he's got. Dude, he was great.
There's a spot where the Rock,
Jesus Christ, he was great.
the Rock slingshots him into the post at one
And
point
he
in the
like
match.
jumps his head's like over the
I know.
post.
And I love that spot too because the Rock shined it up and everything before he did it. But Brock leaped up on that post and bounced off it. Brock's selling as a worker is so underrated because his bumping and selling, you forget about it because it's all power move.
Yeah, he doesn't, and he's never selling really.
But when he does sell,
Because he shouldn't be. It's a
Right.
hell of a opponent.
I know, but when he does sell, it's a great.
and he
Maybe
makes
that's why I
it.
was surprised so much.
And I've seen him sell for guys that whether it's AJ Styles or CM Punk or Bryan Danielson. When he sells for the guy, when they make their comeback and he starts to sell, you forget how great of a seller that Brock is because Brock could really sell and really bump his ass off. And that's 6 months into his WWE career.
He got good quick.
6 months into his main roster career.
Yeah.
Like-
that dude, like that Paul dude.
He was
Well,
a
it's like you say, Hack. Well, if you're working with the best guys every night, then
Dude, he was a
should get
fucking
better.
right.
How much
Yeah,
trust,
he was-
Hack, for them to put the rocket on a guy that early and make him the youngest WWE champion ever, they had immense trust in him to be that performer.
Well, and also too, they obviously have Heyman with them too,
Right.
as kind of like a safe net out there. So Heyman can obviously feed him spots out there, if he forgets something or something like that, to kind of save him a little bit. But yeah, he obviously got good quick as shit.
This was the most I had seen Heyman bump as a manager in a long time. There was probably 5 spots of Heyman in
3. I wrote 3 down. I was like, I can't believe Paul just did another spot.
Physical-
I can't believe Paul just got slammed through the table.
physical.
I was like, holy shit, Paul.
Paul's not a physical manager. He's not
At all.
There's bumping managers out there in the business. Hack.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, dude, wow. I was like, holy shit, another bump.
Yeah, and he took. I love when he took the Rock bottom through the table. You immediately see the Rock lean over to make sure he's
I know,
just making sure he took care of him on that one because that was a pretty nasty bump for what
And
it
what
was.
if he's hurt? What's going to happen anyway?
Nothing.
Well, he going to go up there
Yeah.
and do his X?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
And Paul, if he was hurt, Paul probably wouldn't even tell him he was hurt.
Yeah.
That's Paul.
Yeah. This was interesting because, like we were talking about earlier, the crowd turns against The Rock pretty early in this match and is chanting, "Rocky sucks."
Is that what the chants were?
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah.
my biggest note right here. The chants were not what I was expecting.
Yeah, Rocky sucks. They turned on The Rock, and which is interesting about this match is when The Rock comes back in 2003, he comes back as a heel, and he does the Hollywood Rock character. Because now The Rock's doing a lot of movies and everything. And so The Rock leaned into this. The Rock said, hey, the crowd reactions to me at Mania I got booed, at SummerSlam I got booed.
Own it.
I got to own it and pivot. And that's The Rock being, savvy to the business and smart. Instead of trying to fight against the grain, I'm going to go heel. I'll be a great heel. And that's what The Rock did on his return in 2003. He went Hollywood Rock, and he was kind of like the original final boss character, that we see now today.
What were the chants after the first rock bottom? I got that as a note. And I couldn't understand what they were saying.
You get some hearing aids, Grandpa.
I don't know. I think they were just chanting
When I
Rocky
just
sucks.
can't understand them.
The Rock was doing a great job of listening to the crowd though too and making facials off of it. It's not like he was straight ignoring it.
Oh, dude, his facials were great. And if you could, and some of this, I could read what he was mouth lipping stuff, like whole sentences that you could read.
He was great, jaw jacket, and it's just like The Rock as a wrestler too. I don't think it's enough
He's
credit.
like, what do I got to do to beat this guy? I think one of the sentences is what he said to himself.
He doesn't get enough credit as a wrestler himself, where his bumping and selling was on his kickouts, reaching up real
great.
high.
The Rock's great.
I know
at everything.
He's so fucking good.
The whole package.
And if he had
Everything. He's a 5-tool player.
If he had stayed in wrestling, and never went Hollywood, there's no doubt in my mind he would have the best resume of any wrestler.
No, he'd be regarded as the best ever.
Right. if he had stayed. And the only reason he's not is because he didn't stay.
And he's still probably what, top 5?
Yeah,
whatever.
Like he was so fucking good, and like he's on his way. He's on his way out here, and he's doing business to put over Brock. And I think as a lot of top guys, like we talked about it with Hogan a little bit last week, and there's other guys too. They're not selfless. They're not always passing the torch to the next generation and stuff. The Rock did business here, man, putting him over clean as a whistle. Clean as a whistle with the finish. He absolutely got it. The finish itself too, where they're going. He goes for people's elbow. Brock gets up and just clotheslines the shit out of him. And at that point, you're like, whoa.
That was a good clothesline.
Great
That was
clothesline.
laid in. That was a brat.
Well, and also too, like to your point, The Rock knows the company needs somebody.
Right? I'm not going to be here. Austin's left.
He's like, I'm
Austin's
going to have
not
to
here.
come back to something to make money.
Yeah,
Let this guy make this shit roll.
Yeah. And, it's a changing generation of WWE at this point.
Sure is.
It really is. And Brock kills him with the clothesline. Rock tries to go for a rock bottom. Brock fights out of that. And they do this great transition into the F5 where Rock slips off it. It's so smooth.
So nice.
It was so nice. He gets him up for the F5 and he crushes him with the F5. And it's not like today's wrestling where multiple, finishers. One F5, boom, is the finish.
I know.
And it's fucking money.
Great.
It really was money. The crowd popped huge for this.
Yeah.
Changing of the guard here.
I didn't think that was the finish.
You didn't think it was the finish.
Well,
dude, you're so... I thought it could be, dude, but like
Yeah,
now
I thought
it's
it
like...
could be, but I didn't think so.
Well, you're so educated from today's eyes.
Right.
That
You
right.
had it 20 years ago.
When you watch different wrestling, you got to put yourself in the time and the place of that wrestling for some of the
it's
near
a little
falls.
easier when you're when you're watching great people though. It's a little easier to forget.
But what a match, man! I mean, you want to talk about business, big money matches. This is as good as it gets, dude. I'm going the full 5 for it. Ollie?
Yep, 5 for me. Checks all the boxes.
Hack?
Yeah, easy. 5.
Ty?
5's around.
Wow. 5.
I mean, the investor was. I was shocked at how good he was because I didn't remember him being that good.
I got to be honest, Hack. He was a little bumpy for. This was his first time. I remember watching him where I was like, dude, this guy can fucking work. Like, it's not just squashing guys or whatever. Because for the first couple months, he was just squashing people. The Hardys, Spike Dudley,
Right.
RVD. Like, he was squashing people for the most part. He beat Hogan on a TV right up to this, too. And Hogan did a clean job for him where Hogan had the 3 arm drops was a finish, which you've never seen Hogan do. So Hogan put him over, and then The Rock put him over, and he's off. And that was...
How long did that run last for him?
Brock, only 2 years. So
He
by
had the belt for
Not-
24 months.
no. He only had the belt till I want to say like November that year. I think Big Show beat him for the belt.
Why?
I think they were just switching it
How
up.
long did Big Show have it for? You think?
Big Show got out the doghouse.
Yeah, Big Show got it. How long did Big Show have it for? I don't.
He was
I don't-
done
I don't
leapfrogging.
think long, bro. I don't know.
They would hot potato the belt a little bit different back in that time than they would now.
Yeah.
But
I don't remember.
Well, especially with
I was watching back in
Austin.
the days.
Brock only was in the company for 2 years after this. So
Wait,
by
what year was this?
2002.
Oh yeah, I wasn't watching.
By 2004, he had already quit. So he quits at WrestleMania 20. He tells him, I can't do this anymore. I'm out.
Who was this?
Brock.
Oh.
So that was his end of his first run. He only had a
And
2
then did he go to MMA?
Well, eventually he tried to do football first. He tried to go with the Vikings.
I thought he was in football before that.
No, he never did football.
Is that right?
Yeah, he never played. He never played. Want to say college football at all. And he went on for the Vikings. He was one of their last cuts in the training camp, and then he went MMA.
Yeah, I would have kept him around as the last cut also, just for the fucking media, whatever of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yes.
Absolutely. Dude,
Especially
you might have
Martin
10
around
extra
like that.
fucking writers there at
Right.
your camp because of it.
Right. Some interest and stuff.
And the
yeah.
longer he's there, the more people are covering it.
Yeah.
Of course it's going to be there long.
This was SummerSlam 2002, though. I thought that this great show. I mean,
A lot of greats.
it
I
honestly.
mean, how many freaking Hall of Famers are on this show? Jesus.
It's stacked with Hall of Famers. This
Yeah.
card, man. I mean, it shows you how
Yeah, wow.
they had their pick of the
Like,
litter.
wow.
they had their pick of their litter of talent at this point, you know, because there's no other.
Almost everyone but Test on the show is a Hall of Famer. And Lance Storm, maybe, but
Dude, I know.
just
There
saying.
was
No,
no
I know, but rest in peace, Tess. This is a great show.
yeah, no fault of his own. I mean, he's on a stacked card.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Booker T,
Yeah.
Gold Dust.
no, it really is.
Christian's going to be in there, Edge, all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the whole freaking Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Next week on the show, we are going to be covering SummerSlam 2025. It's a 2-night show. Hack, I know you'll be in Pittsburgh watching this in Pittsburgh.
Bring
Yeah.
your notebook, pussy.
You know bring your notebook.
Rugers, right? Ruggers, something like that.
Yeah, something like it begins with an R.
This is going to be out on Monday.
I think
anyway.
it's
too late.
Rogers.
Rogers? Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I think it's on our social media.
Yeah, well,
isn't it?
Son
Yeah.
and Danny are going to meet me out there because those two live by there.
Nice.
So those two are going to stop by.
I told my buddy PT who lives in Pittsburgh to stop up too. So
Yeah,
let me know
tell
if
him
he
to stop by.
Let me know if he stops by. As always, listener questions send in to sandmanpod@gmail.com. Please leave a name and a town. That's all that Hack ever asks for. Bob from Broomall writes in,
Bobby.
Morris Hack and the motherfucking time. What's up, boys?
That I like. Dude, I'm a huge Morris fan. Do the bird, baby. The bird's great.
Jungle Love.
That is the most alive Hack has come all night here, Bob.
Oh, man, you hit the floor when this shit came out.
Sitting here watching Heatwave 98, whacking the pen, all bricked up, having my second coming of age to Francine like I did in 98. She is one of my all-time favorite
Oh, I
valets.
was with her yesterday. It was great.
Franny?
Well, yeah, we
In
were.
Wildwood?
Yeah,
Tuesday.
Nice.
Tuesday. Oh, she's the best.
He said, I want to know from each of you who the valet is that got you bricked up. Hack seems like a Nicole Bass guy, but I digress.
Bricked up.
Yeah.
What's bricked
Oh,
up?
you know bricked up. You get bricked up, huh?
Oh, they're well, messy.
Messy. Oh, I thought you said you were a nervous guy.
No, but also Chastity was gorgeous.
Yeah.
ECW, and then what's her name? The strawberry hair. She was going out with the band crew. The band crew freaking's wife.
The Bad Crew's
Yeah.
wife.
I know who you're talking about. I can't
I'm
remember
missing
her
on
name.
this one too. We're gonna have to get Hack checked on this.
She's like Lady Alexandria, maybe.
Oh
Lady
yeah,
Alexandria.
She was with Damian Kane.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
She was gorgeous too.
Okay.
Back in the day.
There you go.
And obviously,
You old
like
dog.
Trish Stratus, and then the one Tess got fired over.
Stacy's mine.
Stacy Keebler. I mean, come on. There's a bunch of blondes in there.
Anybody, Ollie, jump out to you
Oh,
or jump up
Yeah,
to you?
who have you jerked off the most?
I mean, as like a young kid, I mean, definitely like Francine and probably Kimona.
Oh, Kimona. Yeah, wanna lay ya.
Yeah, wants to lay me.
Yeah. The night she danced. The night she danced atop the ECW.
Oh, I had a peephole. I was up there.
We absolutely have to cover that on the show. What
Dude,
a
it's up in
night.
the Eagles' nest. I'm
Yeah.
like,
What a night.
I'm having a wonderful time.
Yeah, my 6-year-old jerking McGurkin up there. Fucking that Sable back in the
Yeah.
day. She was
Oh, Jesus, Sable. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. When Vince had her doing all that shit with him.
Deborah was great too.
And then, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Deborah. Oh, yeah,
Deborah was
What
great.
she had some legs, too.
Yeah.
And then when he brought what's-her-name back after she sued him.
Sable.
And then brought her back and then abused her some more.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I'm all bricked up.
All right, I'll see you, Ty. Rick from Griffin,
Brick?
New South Wales, Australia, writes in.
All right, New South Wales,
G'day, mate.
Australia.
He wrote us in last
Is that the
week.
Gold Coast?
Well,
You should have told me
I
that.
think you asked that last
here we go. He gets to that. To answer Hack's question regarding my location compared to the Gold Coast, I'm about a 16-hour drive southwest of Gold Coast,
Jesus,
basically on the edge of the outback. So
I
nowhere.
was going to say 16 hours, you're going to be out back over there. Aborigine shit.
Yep.
The world started there, dude. Them Aborigines, they go back way, way, way back.
Them and the Bloomin' Onion.
He said once again, great episode last week. It's always awesome getting everyone's insight on past ECW shows. I have to agree, Shane Douglas on commentary is the shit.
Yeah, he was.
He said, I would rather hear a bunch of cats being swung around by their balls than listen to him on commentary.
That's a good
never
one. I
even seen a
think that's
cat
the first
with
time I've
balls.
ever heard that.
I have never
Listeners
seen a
are
cat
fucking
with
funny.
do cat have balls.
Maybe they do in Australia.
They do. Dude, I know, but I've never seen a cat.
Maybe
Dude, I
they do in
hate
Australia. Yeah,
animals.
that was good.
I mean, animals are great in a zoo, but they always want you to touch them and shit like that. But I don't. Do all cats get their shit like lopped off immediately?
No,
Spay and neuter.
I
Spay
had-
and neuter your pets. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe usually, but like I had a cat that had nuts.
It's
There you
not
go.
right.
Yeah, up at Temple.
Do you
Jingle balls.
You cat with balls? You ever
No.
seen a cat with
I
balls?
got my cat neutered, yeah.
Yeah.
He had
Okay.
balls before I got cut off.
How old? Like until you do it.
He was like a couple months. Like,
Do they hump your leg like dogs do?
cats? No.
I mean, they got balls.
Balls meow.
How big's their cock? Is it like bigger than their paw? Or is it like this?
Cats have tiny little baby things.
Yeah, like me.
I don't know. I'm just interested. I never seen a cat with a
Cats have
cock.
like pointed, gross ass, tiny little fucking weird.
How we get to
You
talking
sound
about cat
intimate with it.
penises?
We're talking about cat penises here. My question this week is
Balls
about
meow me.
New Jack.
All right.
Jack will always be remembered
Jack.
for his balcony dives. It's such a cool visual.
Ain't doing that.
Oh, here's his question. I know he convinced Spike Dudley to do a dive with him. Did he ever ask you to do a balcony dive alongside him? If not, would you have if he asked? So the answer is no.
probably no way.
But that's not for you. You were like,
Nobody wants
Oh,
to
you'll
do
go
that.
from the fucking on top of a ladder in the ring through a table, which is basically almost the same.
I don't know. It's like there's
Or is it just-
I'm not taking. Well, it was last
Face
week.
bump. You didn't want to do the face
The
bump.
Mike Awesome bomb.
So
on
you're
the
just-
top rope.
you're just
I ain't
not-
taking that bump.
You're just
Yeah.
not splashing on somebody from that high.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
he said
I don't like
also.
bumping on my stomach.
He said also you could not pay me enough to be laying on a table waiting for him to land on me.
That's the easy part.
Now, you might get the wind knocked out if he like lands right on your gut.
Yeah.
No, it matters, dude. Listen to me. It matters where he lands too, because if he lands in the center, necessarily you'd think that would be a good thing, but no, because he's going to hit you right in your stomach then and maybe knock the wind out of you.
That's what I'm saying.
You'd
yeah.
rather him hit you up in your chest because you're underneath the legs of the table too, and that'll help to take some of the impact.
He said, keep bringing the laughs and entertaining stories. Your shows get me through my shitty desk job. Thank you.
Hey, you
Thanks,
too, man.
brother.
Thanks for writing
I
in.
don't
Keep listening.
do
Keep
something
pushing.
else.
Yeah.
Appreciate that,
I
Brett.
can't imagine having a desk job.
Yeah, that's fun, Hack.
Dude, I went to the driver's freaking place the other day to
DMV?
get that real ID thing.
Yeah.
And you're in line because the whole world's trying to get one. And this lady's job was to check everybody in before they go to see one of the 10, 15 tellers. And I heard her say the same exact words to 10 different people when they got. How could you have that as a job?
It sounds,
Sitting there, you just spit the same words out to a different human being every like minute and a half.
that sounds pretty bad.
No, I don't know. How do you do a job like?
Well, my
it's,
job's different.
Well, he's got at least variations.
Well, yeah,
to
I
shit
know.
that he
Just
does, but-
to me, like just an office, I don't get it.
It's a different life, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's a different life.
You're the shits.
Not all of us can, smash beer cans on our heads and smoke cigarettes.
I get drunk, you get paid.
Eric from Percy writes in.
Poughkeepsie.
Percy. Perkasie. Percy.
Yeah. You said it, you got it right.
Wyoming?
Okay.
Perkees.
Wyoming.
Hello to Jabba the Hack, Tashi, Dudley, and the boys. As of me writing this a couple weeks ago,
Your Tosh job.
it was the anniversary of the chair shot heard around the world, which without question definitely helped solidify both Tommy and Raven in their feud and their character lines along with always making the best of ECW highlight reels. My question to Hack is this. Are there any defining moments of your career that you look back on and often smile when his memory is working, that is? Love the show and keep up the great work.
Well, yeah, being Missy. Look back on that and smile. No. Damn, I had another question. What was the first part of that question?
Are there any memories that you defining moments of your career that you look back on and smile?
No, there was something else in there before that.
He's just talking about Dreamer and Raven.
It solidified both Tommy and Raven.
Was the shot around the world when he was
the cage.
Okay, when he was crucified on the cage.
Yeah.
All right, that was good.
That was
Beat
great.
the shit out of that chair.
And it really, like he said, took him to the moon. I've heard you talk about this before. The caning of Tommy.
That's definitely there.
That's I feel like
Walk out of the box is there.
okay. Those two you would say
Yeah,
like
Cactus Jack, barbed wire.
okay.
I don't know, dude. Your return to ECW is pretty fucking crazy.
But
Yeah.
I think he was more saying like at like the start or like really finding out your character. By that
Right.
point when he returned, he was
Oh,
already
yeah.
the star. He was
Well,
already
yeah, like something that you think solidified you is
Oh,
like,
yeah,
like
the
Katie.
moments that the blind angle, all those things. So Paul just kept giving me the ball, and I just kept hitting home runs, dude, with those things. So basically, the ones that we just said.
okay. Kevin from Dayton, Ohio.
Crucifixion?
Dude, that's in there too.
It's gotta be.
Well, hey, dude, but you have to
Whether
understand
good press or
good or
bad press,
bad.
right? Yeah,
Yeah, you got it.
Man. Oh, I'm sure the business was freaking talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking when it was happening.
Absolutely.
Could you imagine the podcast? Every podcast will be talking about it today.
Yeah, of
All
course.
the 8,000 of them.
Yeah, you're only like 30 years late. We can do it again.
No, but what I'm saying, if there was podcasts,
No, yeah,
that,
right. I know what you're saying.
It went viral before viral.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, get the 2x4s in the saw outs. They can get building.
We're gonna crucify you
Give me
next
an
week.
hour. Give me an
The
hour.
Invisible Man. Crucified Sandman.
Oh wow, there you go. Give that to
Put that
Joey. That's a
garbage
great idea.
disposal, a microwave today. I was a beast.
Oh, you should crucify the Invisible Man. That should be the
All right, don't tell everybody.
Well, so
God,
what?
we gotta keep kayfabe.
Oh, sorry.
What it out?
GCW Unreal. It'll be on
Be
GCW
the
Unreal.
behind the scenes part of it after we do the act.
Yeah.
That's gotta get edited out. That's an actual idea.
Kevin from Dayton, Ohio writes in, nearly crashed on the road to work when I heard the shout out on the Heatwave 98 episode. I was fortunate enough to attend this one with some friends, and your recap was awesome. My question is in regards to this year's SummerSlam card and build. Do you find it to be an card, or maybe it's just me? I can do without Jelly Roll being involved in one of the marquee matches. Thanks as always for a great podcast.
I'm gonna get up the SummerSlam card right now.
Yeah, but all right,
'Cause I
first
don't even
thing,
know.
Jelly Roll, Todd Gordon, which, dude, did we say we were going to have him?
We wanted to, but
we're
the timing
idiots.
didn't work.
Yeah, so we were talking about it a while the
Yeah,
other
we
day.
didn't
fucked up.
we didn't
Hated what he
work
did.
things out with the mat with
He
Todd's
hated what he
manager.
did with Paul and putting Paul, because they're building Paul up, you know what I'm saying? And then they put him with Jelly Roll against Randy and freaking who else or whatever. He hated
McIntyre.
that.
Yeah.
And he basically doesn't like the whole card, and he doesn't think they have a chance of selling out.
Well, I think both nights have about 50,000 sold, which is pretty damn good.
Yeah, oh, God, are you
50,000?
kidding me?
You're selling
Yeah.
100,000 tickets in a weekend.
Yeah.
That's fucking really
Yeah.
good. So, are they going to sell out? No, but they're going to do a really good house.
What are we looking like, Ollie?
I think the card's kind of ad too.
Alright,
You
so
got Cena and Cody.
we got Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton.
Jade's gotten better. Remember, she's gotten better. So
we'll see if Tiffany can lead.
there's hope.
Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus McIntyre, Logan Paul.
And
Joe-
McIntyre might not make the show. There was some stuff with his
Oh yeah,
passport.
Visa or whatever.
But it must be his working visa. Dude, sometimes you got to stay in our country, in the United States, for like 6 months. You can't go back home. They got all these different goofy rules.
Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
That could be decent though.
Roman
Yeah.
Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Sami
That's
Zayn
good.
versus Karrion Cross. That's night one.
Nobody cares
Who was
about
that?
carrying
Sami and
cross.
Zayn.
Sammy's on.
Nobody cares about carrying cross.
Night two.
I didn't even like his promo. He did some promos that I didn't.
John Cena versus Cody Rhodes in a street fight.
Oh God.
Street fight.
Naomi versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky.
That probably is the
that's
best match.
good.
But
Another women's triple threat match for a title, though. They're doing those pretty close back to back.
That's a good point.
I mean,
Over their pay-per-view, the women's pay-per-view.
No.
Becky,
That
Lyra, and whatever just had one at Evolution
And that match
that was
was awesome.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
and they did the Mania one too. So
Yeah.
they're doing a lot of
Dude, I'm
three-ways.
telling you, the girls are doing good shit,
Yeah,
dude.
they
The
are.
girls
Yeah, they
are
are.
going leaps and bounds,
And then,
man. They are good now. I mean, like, really. It's not like a stupid girls match in the girls spots they used to do. I mean,
No.
they still do a
Dude,
couple
Triple
of
H
them.
on the
He said their
on the
women's are better.
Unreal thing said down at the Performance Center, for every one guy that's good, there's 5 5 women that are
I
good.
agree with him though.
The women's wrestling is so much better. It's crazy.
And then Becky Lynch and Lyra in a no DQ match.
That could be the best match.
That's got to be the blow
who's
off.
that?
It's got to be the blow off.
I'm kind
for
of
that.
tired of seeing those.
Becky and Lyra, but it's no DQ.
Yeah, it's got to be the blow off.
And isn't there? There's Punk and Gunther too, right?
Solo versus Jacob Fatu, steel cage.
That's fine.
That's another one. That's a redo.
Yeah, who's going to be jumping off the top of the cage on that one?
Intercontinental Championships, Dominic Mysterio, AJ Styles. And then they have
Why? For
like,
for what?
and then they have like the 4-way tag team ladder match, which
Who's that? Oh, it's a four tag.
Street Profits.
Yeah,
DIY.
Street
Oh,
Profits, Murder City
Wyatt's.
Machine Guns, Wyatt 6, DIY, and
You said that's what, a ladder match?
yeah, no, it's a TLC match.
Could be good. I mean, there's matches on the show that could be good, but overall, I'd like the build. There's no matches that have me like, oh, I don't
know.
What's the Mysterio AJ Styles? What's
It's
that?
Intercontinental
Just for
Championship.
Intercontinental
They've been feuding.
Championship.
Oh,
Yeah. But I don't know.
You
A lot
gotta
of
tune
it's
into SmackDown.
wash, rinse, repeat.
I don't know.
Microwave.
Because I don't freaking watch
That's all it
either.
is.
It's a microwaved card. It's a lot of rematches and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heart Attack Rick writes in,
Ricky.
pass me the bottle of the Diddy special. I'll make you grip your pillow tight while I put you to Neverland. Fucking Salt and Pepper. Who the fuck is this guy?
Salt and Pepper's
Because
here.
he definitely can't fucking book worth a shit. Salt and Pepper, get the fuck out of here. Rick out.
All right, Rick.
All right, Rick.
Short and
That's
sweet.
how you really feel.
That was Rick. As always.
Rick's gotten real visceral lately.
Yeah, that was dark, Rick. I mean, jeez. I know Hack buried you and all, but jeez.
I did?
Yeah, you buried him.
That doesn't sound like me.
It actually does.
I had a toothache last week.
You did, and you fought through it. I'm really proud. And you no-sold. I texted you in the midweek, like, yo, how's the tooth? And you just completely no-sold my text.
I was in the doctor's office.
You still
Oh
couldn't
no, I
text,
was doing something else.
you couldn't text me back? Yo, it's good.
Dude, if I don't do it right away, done.
I know, you're
If
not
I
the...
do it in the first 6 seconds, done.
I've come to realize the texting
Oh, yeah,
patterns
he's got
you-
texts that are like unread from like.
I-
Believe me, I didn't take any offense to it at all.
Yeah.
Next week on the show, SummerSlam 2025, nights
What?
1 and 2.
25.
Sorry, 2025. This
Oh,
is
I
your
thought
show.
you're talking about the show that we're going to be watching. Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's happening on
Welcome to the
Saturday.
party.
That you're going to Pittsburgh to watch.
But before we
That's
go,
all right, you
Hack,
can rewatch it.
the king of the week or the toast of the week?
The toast of the week goes to my shirt. That's
Oh, I love this shirt.
Back in the desert for next year's WrestleMania, baby.
We'll see you next week.
You fool.